We've all heard the phrase, the top 1%, but have you ever wondered what sets them apart? Is it just luck? Or is there a secret formula? How does one become that 1% man whose essence is marked not only by external success, but also by internal prosperity? We have your answer, but first, hit that subscribe button to let us know you're with us. These traits, while distinctive, are far from exclusive. Any man willing to invest in personal growth and consistently cultivate these qualities can join this select club. What is the top 1%? The term top 1% typically refers to the wealthiest people in society, the creme de la creme in society, the small fraction of individuals who stand at the pinnacle of wealth and success. These are the folks whose influence ripples through economies, industries, and even societies. They're the entrepreneurs who disrupt markets, the visionaries who shape the future, and the leaders who inspire generations. The average person in the top 1% earned an income more than 39 times that of someone in the bottom 90%. Mind-blowing, right? Now, I'm sure you're asking, how do I join the top 1%? Joining the top 1% is not just about fat bank accounts. It's about a whole attitude, a fierce pursuit of excellence, and a knack for shaking things up. In today's world, everyone's curious about where they stand in the financial pyramid. To get into that coveted 1%, you're looking at an annual paycheck of about $597,815 in the US. And if we're talking net worth, it's a cool $11.1 million minimum. Hold up though. These numbers vary from state to state, so find your local stats to get the real scoop. You need to understand that the 1%ers didn't get there overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Generations of hustle, smart investing, and maybe a little inheritance. For most, there's no easy ticket in. So want to break into the top 1% club? It's going to take grit, risk-taking, and a craving for constant growth. It's about more than money. It's a whole mindset. Stay tuned for the deets on the traits that'll have you knocking on that 1% door. And hey, if you're vibing with this, a quick sub would mean the world. The very first trait you need to join the top 1% is to, number 1, track everything. We're talking about budgeting and financial planning down to how much you earn, save, spend, and invest monthly. It's about knowing where every cent goes and scrutinizing every dime, every dollar, and every decision you make with your money. Picture this. You're on a road trip and you've got a limited supply of gas. You'd keep an eye on that fuel gauge, right? The same goes for your finances. You need to start budgeting. Break down your earnings, your savings, your spending, and your investments. This isn't just about knowing where your money is. It's about knowing where it should be. Don't just take my word for it. Studies show that individuals who track their spending tend to save more. It's like having a personal financial GPS. Let's get real here. You might think you're doing fine, but when you start tracking, you'll be amazed at the leaks you find. That daily coffee run, those spontaneous online shopping sprees. So grab a budgeting app or a trusty spreadsheet. Get granular. Track like your financial future depends on it, because, spoiler alert, it does. When you know where your money's going, you can steer it towards where you want it to be. This isn't just a trait of the top 1%, it's a trait of the financially savvy. Another thing about the top 1% is that they are, number 2, adventurous risk takers. The top 1% are like the modern-day Indiana Jones, always up for a wild adventure. They know playing it safe can lead to a life of mediocrity. Instead, they dive headfirst into the unknown because they know in every risk lies the potential for epic rewards. Take Richard Branson, the man behind the Virgin Empire. His motto is, "Screw it, let's do it." It's the anthem of every gutsy move he's ever made. Successful entrepreneurs are the ultimate risk takers. They've faced the fear of failing and said, "Bring it on." They're not reckless though. They're strategic, making smart moves even in the worst scenarios. Remember that old saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained? Well, these folks live by it. They're not sitting around wondering, what if? They're out there making things happen, because in their world, playing it safe is the riskiest move of all. So how about you? Ready to take a leap? Hit that subscribe button to get started. Number 3, learning never ends. The top 1% are like knowledge sponges, always thirsty for more. To them, every moment is a chance to expand and better themselves. They don't sprint towards wisdom, they run a marathon. And guess what? There's no finish line in sight. Look at Warren Buffett, a financial titan and avid reader. Despite his immense success, he still dives into books for hours every day. Why? To keep growing, evolving, and staying ahead of the game. He knows that the hunger for knowledge is what keeps him at the top. Number 4, independent thinking. Here's the deal. Millionaires don't just think about money. Their whole mindset is different. While most folks are busy fitting into molds, millionaires are busy carving out their own paths. And guess what? Since thoughts drive actions, aspiring millionaires should think in ways that lead them to that wealth. Independent thinking isn't about going against the grain for the sake of it. It's about having the guts to pursue what truly matters to you. Take David Geffen, for instance. In 2021, Forbes estimated his net worth at a whopping $9.9 billion. Now here's the twist. This American record executive and film producer dropped out of college, but he didn't follow the usual script to success. Instead, he built an empire by founding record agencies, including DreamWorks Animation SKG Inc., and signing some of the biggest music stars of the 70s and 80s. It wasn't about taking the easy road, but rather his unwavering belief in the potential of artists that led him to his enormous wealth. So the key takeaway? Create your own trail. Let your success pave the way to financial prosperity instead of hustling backward in pursuit of cash. Number 5. Vision. Millionaires are like modern-day visionaries, armed with a can-do spirit. Simply put, they dream big, and they believe those dreams are destined to become reality. Take Bill Gates, for instance. In 2021, Forbes pegged his net worth at a jaw-dropping $124 billion. This Microsoft co-founder didn't just dip his toes into the personal computer business back in 1975, he dove head first, and in 1985, he brought us Microsoft Windows, revolutionizing the way we interact with PCs. When people started welcoming computers into their homes, Gates was there to seize the opportunity. Fast forward to March 2020. Gates steps down from Microsoft's board. Now he's busy co-chairing the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the largest private charitable foundation on the planet. Together, they've generously donated $35.8 billion worth of Microsoft stock. Gates is also a fervent advocate and scholar on the pressing issue of climate change. So if you're on the path to wealth, don't shy away from setting audacious goals or venturing into uncharted territory. Number 6. Passion. Warren Buffett, the billionaire investment sage, once said, "Money is a byproduct of something I like to do very much." When you're passionate about your work, you find the grit to give it your all day in and day out. Take bankers, for instance. They thrive on crafting deals and convincing others to seal the deal. Now to reality. Landing your dream job may not happen overnight, and amassing a fortune definitely takes time. According to Entrepreneur, even the mightiest millionaires clocked an average of 8 years to pocket their first million. Plus, it's not all smooth sailing. Many face substantial setbacks along the way. Here's a little secret. Some of the most successful names out there, like Warren Buffett, Steve Ballmer, former Microsoft CEO, and Rupert Murdoch of the Fox media empire, stumbled before they soared. So if you're eyeing that ticket to wealth, it's high time to bid adieu to tasks that don't light your fire. Instead, chase what truly ignites your passion. And if you're not quite sure what that is yet, don't sweat it. Experiment, dabble in a few things, and keep at it until you strike gold. If you're appreciating this insight, why not show us some love and hit that subscribe button? Number 7. Skepticism. Question everything. In this age of information overload, a healthy dose of skepticism is your best friend. The 21st century demands it. Always ask for proof, think logically, and get comfortable with the unknown. Skepticism isn't just for challenging the mainstream. It's for probing every nook and cranny, even those conspiracy theories and flat earth claims. So whether you're reading an article, watching a video, or scrolling through social media, keep that skeptic hat on. And yes, that includes questioning this video. Just keep in mind that a good dose of skepticism is about staying receptive to possibilities, not about being rigidly opposed to everything. Number 8. Build an A-team. The top 1% know the power of collaboration. They don't go at it alone. They form alliances, create masterminds, and establish networks in the shadows. They seek guidance from coaches and advisors. They're not just running businesses or facilitating transactions. No, they're nurturing a following, a community, a movement. Those who engage with their products or consume their content are like-minded and driven by a shared passion. They willingly embrace a unique perspective, eager to be part of something bigger. Legal cults, as unconventional as it may sound, hold the key to the future. They're built on bonds, on genuine connections. And guess what? Relationships translate to prosperity. Wealth buys you the most precious commodity of all, time. So go ahead and build a legacy that your grandmother would look upon with pride. Number 9. Value addition. High achievers understand that success isn't just about personal gain. It's about contributing to the greater good. They're not merely in it for themselves, but for the positive impact they can have on their communities, industries, and even the world at large. Consider figures like Elon Musk, who has revolutionized transportation, energy, and space exploration. His ventures such as Tesla and SpaceX are driven by a vision of a sustainable, multi-planetary future. Now let's bring it closer to home. Think about your own pursuits. How can you enhance the lives of others through your work? How can you leave a lasting positive mark on the world? That's the kind of mindset that aligns you with the top 1%. Remember, it's not just about wealth accumulation, but about using your skills and resources to create a meaningful impact. So, as you set your sights on success, ask yourself, how can I add value to the lives of those around me? This mindset shift might just be the key to unlocking your own path to the top 1%. Number 10. Patience. Slow and steady wins the race. In a world of quick fixes and instant results, the value of patience stands tall. It's a virtue that sets the successful apart from the rest. While others rush for immediate gains, those with patience have their eyes on the long game. So instead of chasing quick wins, relish the process and get comfortable with delayed gratification. Remember, it's the steady, persistent effort that leads to ultimate triumph. Just like the tortoise outpaces the hasty hare, mastering patience puts you ahead of the race for success. Keep that in mind as you navigate your journey. Have you ever experienced the benefits of delayed gratification in your own journey toward a goal? Which of these traits are lacking in your life? Let us know in the comment section below. And now, if you found value in this discussion, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's your support that keeps us bringing you more insightful content like this.